Hi! This is the final chapter of my lore. If you haven't seen the rest, make sure to watch them first. I'll link them down in the description. And if you are all caught up, let's go! Chapter 5. Old Scars with New Strengths. After 2 long weeks on the road, the returning queen and her friends found themselves in Nyanser and in front of the king's castle. To their surprise, the gates to the massive, ominous castle opened without any resistance. The brave adventurers found themselves in the main hall and before they knew it, were surrounded by guards. Feeling the pressure of being surrounded, Genie and Relentless charged at the guards. "Go! We will distract them," yelled Relentless while Genie nodded in approval. The rest of the party kept rubbing up the stairs, and before they knew it, they were ambushed by a party of archers and mages that were hiding up in the ceiling. As the archers started their volley of arrows, Ellie shouted. She got hit. An arrow went into her shoulder. At that instant, Neki jumped into the ceiling, trying to dispose of the menacing mages while Blue covered him and taking out as many archers as he could. Thor provided a magic shield while healing Ellie. "Go, leave it to us. You need to take down the king," said Ellie in a weak voice full of pain. Klau, hesitant, stood up and made her way to the king's chamber with Crow right behind her. "You better catch up to us," Klau shouted as she and Crow kept going. It did not take long before Klau and her partner found the king's chamber. The huge golden chamber door was closed, a view Klau remembers way too well. With a stomp of her feet, Klau opened the chamber door and both her and Crow entered the bright room. They looked around for any sign of the king, but he was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, a ball of fire struck Crow in his chest, sending him flying to the wall and losing consciousness as he fell to the ground. "Crow!" Klau shouted, turning back to check on him. "It is so nice for you to come back, Klau." Klau froze as she heard the familiar yet menacing voice. With cold sweat dripping down Klau's cheek, the king's hand grabbed the Pnoi from behind, starting to squeeze the air out of her. As Klau could feel herself losing consciousness, suddenly, a burst of air filled her lungs. Crow, barely standing, punched the king's face, forcing him to let go and making him step back several steps before tripping and making him land against the cold floor. "Did you think this will be enough to kill me? Damn, that hurts." Crow shouted angrily before putting one knee on the ground, trying to gather the strength to stand up again. "Thank you, Crow," Klau whispered with fear in her voice. Crow stood up, pulling his sword out. "We are a team. You know you don't have to thank me. Now, that is the idiot that caused you so much pain? How about we finish this and show him that he has no control over you or the kingdom anymore?" Crow said while turning his head to Klau, giving her a warm smile. "Yes, let us finish this," Klau said with determination as she pulled her sword. The two turned to face the king with their swords pointing at him. The king, seeing such sights, starting to fear for his life and unleashed a barrage of fireballs. Klau and Crow getting closer and closer as they deflect his frantic attacks, to the point that the tip of Klau's sword touched the king's throat. "Please, let me live. I don't want to die," yelled the scared king. Hearing that, anger rushed through Klau's body, making her bite her lip as hard as she could. Suddenly, another feeling flooded her. It was love. At that point, Crow grabbed Klau's hand, seeing how angry she got. Klau turning to Crow and smiling. "You'll resign as the king of this kingdom and get out of here. You got that?" Klau said in a stern voice as she is sheathing her sword. The Pnoi turned around to face Crow, all shaken up. "Everything is going to be okay," Crow said with a smile. Suddenly, the king's face changed. From fear, he had a wicked expression, knowing well it is his opportunity to strike the Pnoi. He raised his hand, ready to fire one last fireball. Before he could even charge any magic, Crow lunged and cut off his arm while Klau swiftly beheaded the evil king. 2 years has passed since the death of the evil king. Klau took her rule as queen. Relentless, Nikki, and Ellie serve under Klau as dukes, governing over specific regions in the kingdom. Thor, Blue, and Genie decided to keep on traveling and have many more adventures together. As for Crow, he decided to stay by the queen's side. And this is the story of a boy who became a queen, a girl who took on her darkness and found light. This is the story of Klau. Well, this is the end of my lore. I hope you liked it. So, it was written by Crow and the ideas were by me, but he is the one that actually wrote all of this, so credits to him. All of the models that you have been seeing in these videos have been made by Relentless, and also ideas were by me. Also, they were textured by me as well. And that's pretty much it. The characters in the story are also my friends and my Twitch mods, you know, my besties. So credits to all of them. Thank you for helping me out during when I stream and just being my friends, and I love you. Mwah! And yeah, that's it. Bye bye.